Hello and welcome to Glass Tire's 2025 Fall Preview. I'm Glass Tire's publisher, Brandon Zech.
And I'm Editor-in-Chief, Jessica Fuentes.
And we're coming at you today with 6 shows to see in Texas, across Texas this fall. I feel like we always have to give the preamble. This is a wide range of shows at a wide range of institutions, the key being institutions. A lot of either mid-size nonprofits or galleries don't release shows that far in advance, or maybe might still kind of be rejiggering their calendar a little bit. So these are some of the blockbuster shows, and some maybe not as ostensibly blockbusters, but things that we're also very excited about that are coming this fall. And they're also in no particular order. But we will start with a show in Fort Worth.
Top of the list is Jenny Saville, The Anatomy of Painting at the Modern Art Museum of Fort Worth. This exhibition comes to us from the National Portrait Gallery in London. It opens in October and runs through the beginning of January, and I'm super excited to see this body of work from such a prominent artist, figurative paintings, very beautiful textured works that explore female figurative work.
Accidental pun with the body. It's over 50 works that span her career. She's a very famous British artist. This is the only museum stop in the US, which is exciting. And it's a range of works from pieces that she created when she was still a youngster in school up until this year. You know, her work is figurative, it's a little abstract. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be one to see this fall.
I feel like audiences got to see a sneak preview of some of her works a few years back when the Modern hosted Women Painting Women. And to me, this show seems like an echo of some of those through lines that were discussed in that exhibition.
Next on our list is at the Menil Collection. It's Robert Rauschenberg fabric works from the 1970s. So this is an exhibition devoted to works that Robert Rauschenberg created, like its title, during the 1970s. So there's a range of works from a bunch of different series. The pieces are at both times delicate and also a little sensual and foldy and strong, and using, foldy, is that a word?
Yes.
Using found objects, which Rauschenberg is known so well for. But, you know, I feel like I've seen some fabric in his other works, but I've never seen a bunch of these together. And I feel like for Rauschenberg, seeing a critical mass of his pieces is the way to understand what he's getting at. In conjunction with this show, the Trisha Brown Dance Company, in collaboration with the Merce Cunningham Trust, is going to be doing a performance in November, which is very exciting. This whole show is part of kind of a larger Robert Rauschenberg and multiple museum initiative of celebrating the 100th anniversary of Rauschenberg's birth. So that's kind of a thrust of this show, and seeing different facets of his practice across some of those other shows. I don't think any others are happening in Texas, but if you can, it's going to be a really interesting way to celebrate Rauschenberg's career. Rauschenberg, of course, very involved with the Menil, with the De Menils, and kind of many Texas artists' hero.
Prominent in many collections throughout Texas. Thinking about his work here in North Texas, I think most people are familiar with his collage-style printmaking and also his assemblage sculptures, but seeing this amount of fabric works all together in one place will be something you won't want to miss.
And we're actually, it's coming later on the list, but we're standing right adjacent to a huge scale Robert Rauschenberg, which we'll show you a video of right now.
The reason why we are here at the Dallas Museum of Art is because on the list is Constellations, Contemporary Jewelry at the Dallas Museum of Art. We're super excited about this show. It is something that might fly under the radar for some. When you think about jewelry exhibitions, you might not think about big stellar works of art, but these small intimate pieces are important works that bridge high art and ideas related to craft as well. The show has over 350 works of art, many of which come from the D.D. Potter Rose collection, and we're excited to see those here on view.
Yeah, the museum has been collecting contemporary jewelry for a long time, I think ever since the 50s. But really, Dee Dee Rose, who's a Dallas patron, has been collecting contemporary studio jewelry very deeply. And you and I have both occasionally been to her house where some of those works on display, some of those works which are coming into the museum's collection or will be in the show as promised gifts. Think of necklaces made out of chicken bones. Think of a tiara that looks like cardboard but is actually made of gold. Things that are both playful in the materials that they use and a little deceptive about what they are, which is where some of the fun comes in. I'm excited to see this. It's a large portion of the museum's collection, which is going to be in this show. And then there's also going to be a huge, very thick doorstop of a catalog that's coming out of it too. This is something that is very uniquely Dallas and would be perfect to take a day trip up to see. Next up on our list is host Raul de Lara at the Contemporary Austin. This is part of the Contemporary Austin's host series of exhibitions, which have been kind of smaller scale exhibitions that are devoted to mostly single artists, some in the past to kind of people who are coming from a craft or design or fashion background, not exclusively. But Raul de Lara, he immigrated from Mexico to the US, actually settled in Austin, got his undergraduate degree at UT. He lives and works in New York now. We've occasionally seen some of his pieces in Texas. He showed at one of the Dallas art fairs a couple of years ago. His works are funny, and I love funny art, but they're very serious, and they're using humor to really kind of convey situations about the world, situations about his being a DACA recipient, about being an immigrant, about kind of having a dual role or having a home, but also not really fitting in any home. The work is expertly crafted. It's well made. Just look at these images that are flashing by your screen. How could you not love these things? An expert woodsmith, what else?
Yeah, I think I first saw Raul's work as part of the Soy de Texas show in San Antonio, and I was just really astounded by the surreal nature of the work. He creates these organic shapes and forms and combines them with tools and materials from everyday life in a really magical way.
Yeah, and that'll be up through the beginning of next year, so plenty of time if you pass through Austin.
The next one on our list is Larry Bell Improvisations. This exhibition just opened this past week at the San Antonio Museum of Art. Now, this is such a stellar show. I'm excited about it. I love light and space artists, and Larry Bell is one of those big names in that field of work. It's also a bit of a homecoming because in 1981, when SAMA first opened, they had an installation by Larry Bell. And so this work, even though it's in their collection and it hasn't been seen for a few decades. So this will figure prominently in the exhibition.
Yeah, it's 55 years of work. I mean, you've probably seen Larry Bell's work. If you ever took an art history class, one of his glass cubes was probably in your art history textbook. This show was organized by the Phoenix Art Museum and is traveling to SAMA, so it's being organized and co-presented by a curator here. I'm really excited about this. I feel like it's a major get for SAMA, and we're thrilled to put it in the preview. And last, but certainly not least on our list, is a show called Curious, Films from the Blanton Museum of Art, which is coming to the Old Jail Art Center in Albany, Texas. It's going to be up from September through the beginning of January. I've always been kind of proud of the Blanton in some weird way. Like, they have a film and media gallery that they rotate pretty regularly at the museum itself. And for them to be sharing these video works or loaning them to the Old Jail, it's kind of the perfect way for a museum to loan work, right? Mm-hmm. It's like a video work can't get damaged, but it also like amplifies the reach of that work. And this show is pieces by Liliana Porter, who is very well known in Houston, is also, I feel like, well known probably across Texas. Yeah, I always see some of her pieces at the Dallas Art Fair. These stop motion animation videos of like little character figures, which feature very prominently in her other works, kind of going about various activities. The show's also going to feature a video by Lenka Clayton, maybe one of my favorite pieces of video art ever, called, if I have the title right, The Distance That I Can Be From My Son, which is a camera on a tripod and then you just see a kid start running off into the distance. And you can feel the anxiety of a mother just watching their child run away. And of course, the video ends with, or each iteration of the video, it's her doing this in a couple different situations, but the video ends with her running past the camera and after her child to, prevent her kid from running into people, to going out into the street, to just getting into various toddler trouble. She's a great artist. I've seen this video at the Blanton before. I'm so excited to re-engage with it in the old jail. That is our fall preview for this year. There's plenty of other amazing shows that are happening across Texas. We've been writing some preview posts to kind of let you know about the breadth of shows that are coming to museums and to nonprofit spaces. So we will link some of those in the post so you can kind of get a better breadth about everything that's coming down the pike. But until then, fall is about to start. Check out our event listings and go see some art.
Go see some art.